Sunyani Technical University Center of
Mr. Speaker, immediately an individual becomes a registered student of the Sunyani Technical University, the person automatically becomes a member of the SRC. Therefore, all students are eligible and encouraged to participate in the various programs and events of the SRC. Mr. Speaker, as SRC President of the University, I have never done away with my predecessors, the likes of His Excellency Lukman, Muniru, Nahim, and that is just to mention a few. I have always reached out to them constructively and objectively to seek their advice and ideas as to how we can shape and make the SRC better. And they have never denied me their support, and this has yielded a lot as we can all see the progress. I have also engaged some students to seek their views, not forgetting my executives, who are always available anytime I call on them. Words cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much, fellow executives. The university management and all stakeholders of this university have contributed immensely, which has brought the 26th SRC administration and 8th parliament this far. Mr. Speaker, the Sunyani Technical University has over 7,000 students, and SRC being the official mouthpiece is responsible for the welfare and well-being of each student, which my administration is devoted entirely to the cause. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, the 2022-2023 SRC is bringing back the joy that was lost a few years ago. The Aquaba night is back again. We have decided to welcome our freshmen and women in a grand style. We also know that entertainment plays a key role in the recruitment of students to the university, and this is one way we have decided to welcome them. I also want to use this opportunity to inform the freshmen and women that the forms for Mr. and Mrs. and Miss Aquaba are still available, and they should see or get in touch with the Entertainment Commissioner and the Women's Commissioner to purchase one. Mr. Speaker, the SRC has also introduced monthly aerobics, which comes off every last Saturday of every month. The maiden one was just organized last month, 28th, and it was a huge success. And we hope to record massive attendance this month. Mr. Speaker, the SRC is also revamping the SRC website, which has been inactive for so many years now. As I speak, we have begun to deploy it for all students to access premium information by just visiting the site. It will soon be ready for usage. Also, our social media handles, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok are reactivated with capacitating content and updates. And as I speak, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Mr. Speaker, the Oka Moses-led administration is currently pursuing the agenda for Wi-Fi at the vantage point, and negotiation is still in progress. This has received endorsement by the university management. The SRC and the ICT Directorate of the university have already had engagement on the vantage points to mount them. Places to receive the signals include the umbrella of trees behind the E-block, forecourt of the E-block down to the main summer hut and its environs, around the football pitch, and also the SRC secretariat. The SRC is also looking at providing a better arrangement of lava benches under the trees and on the walkway, so that students do not have to bring out chairs out of the classroom to access the system. Although there are already existing Wi-Fis on campus, and we urge students to make good use of them as we work on extending them. Mr. Speaker, the lighting system at the SRC Secretariat, which include the JCR, was not in good condition until we assumed office. We pre-financed it in order to make it conducive. Hence, students can use the JCR for various activities, while executives can perform their duties and also attend lectures. We all can bear witness that some of our students even attend lectures at the JCR. We are also looking forward to stock the JCR with standard conference chairs in the SRC Secretariat. The SRC JCR also have installed a DSTV, which is being renewed every month so that students can have access to watch live matches within and beyond the country. Mr. Speaker, my administration is hoping to relocate the Parrot FM to the upper room of the K. Isia Jabba Auditorium to commence its activities in full force and to operate commercially so that the SRC will be a beneficiary. Mr. Speaker, over the years, the SRC had a printing press, which was known as the Small Business Center, which catered for printing works as at that time, but unfortunately has shut down for so long with the printer and then the photocopier machine also dilapidated. The SRC is therefore taking steps to procure a printer and some desktop computers for offices at the Secretariat to cater for printing purposes. Mr. Speaker, souvenirs produced for students is not left out. I have heard that students are seriously agitated and waiting for me to fulfill my promises during my campaign, especially that the SRC will be. I want to assure the student populace that I still have them at heart and mind. Mr. Speaker, our tenure of office began not long ago and our doors remain open. We are ready at all times to embrace your support, criticisms, and encouragement. There is a saying that tough times produce strong men produce good times produce weak men, and weak men produce tough times. Ladies and gentlemen, the future has arrived and I am glad to announce it. STU SRC will be better. Before I conclude, Mr. Speaker, I would like you to note this as students. People graduate at 21 and they do not get a job until they were 27. People also graduate at 25 and find work immediately. There are also people who never went to the university but has attained what they desire at 18. There are people who have just completed a college and found job instantly and making good money, but they hate what they do. There are people who have children but are single. And there are people who are married and have to wait for 8 to 10 years to have children. There are people in relationships who love someone else. And there are people who love each other but are not together. So my point is that everything that happens in our life happens according to time. Everything has their pace and clock. So you are not left behind. Be patient. As Ecclesiastes will say, there is time for everything. We will face challenges, but we will get to the mountain top. We will make sacrifices. We will be beyond intimidation. We will remain disciplined. We will win. So help us God. Long live SRC. Long live STU. Long live Ghana. Thank you.